Hello everyone, sorry that I was missing for some period of time. We have some issues with my wife and with documents, so it's a lot of paperwork right now, but I really want to be with you and stay in touch and do more videos. So here another one. In today's video we're gonna do Tic-tac-toe, the game, with it wasn't difficult, but I believe that each development process could bring you new knowledge, so and it's practice and we need it. So enjoy the video. I hope you know what to do. Subscribe, leave a comments. It really helps me and boost my motivation on another level. So enjoy the video. So let's define our main structure. First of all, we need index HTML. Then we create here a new folder for styles, and I don't want to create a folder for scripts because we're gonna have only one JavaScript file, so doesn't matter. Here styles SCSS, and in the root we're gonna create main.js. Let's attach all of them. Do not forget, also we need to run live server. So I'm using watch SAS to compile SAS file and live server to be able to open our HTML. Hello. Yep, it's here. So TicTacToe link styles CSS, and here also for script. Sorry. Just do not forget about this later and do not struggle with it. Okay, so the first thing that we define, it's gonna let me find the image that I'm gonna use as reference. So we're gonna work on this part without player, everything, but on this. So let's define our top bar. We're gonna create a main container here. Also we need a section that class. Let's call it score. Then score item, and for each of them we will need to have icon and statistic. So here we're gonna have item and score icon. Here we put our iTag, and also we need to have here score number, and number we put into strong, so it's gonna be like this, 0 wins. And then we need to have a copy of this one. Okay, then we need to use, we don't need, but I'm gonna use font awesome for icons. Cdn font awesome. Then we're gonna open it, font awesome. Yeah, something what we need. import URL, and here also I wanna grab a font. I here define it. So we're gonna use Robota as main font. Also, let's define variables. Circle, color. We need this one, this color, and gray. So circle. Then we need cross and draw. Also, we need to have a color for them. Also like that. Okay. Also, we need to put an icon for each of them. So cross, not like that. Yeah, times it's okay. So times we're gonna use for cross. Also, we need to have here which of them is first circle. So this, then we have cross. So this one is gonna be cross. So I will swap them like this. This is gonna be draw, and this one circle. Uh, Circle. This one is okay for us, and the last one which we need is for draw balance. Yep, a good one. And here like this. So what do we have here? Okay, already something. Let's oops. Let's switch to the styles. For each of them, we're gonna use font, 14 pixels, Robota, sans serif. Then for body, what do we need here? And we also need main to define our middle section. So for body, we need display flex, floor, raw, no wrap, justify center, and let's add some padding. And for main, we're gonna define max width as per mobile or something like that. And it's persons. Okay, it's in the middle. Then we need to style this part. So it's a score section. Score section, also display flex, raw, wrap, justify content space between to split them this way, and What do we need? Oh, we need to increase a font size for each of them. So font size 30. It's not working here. Need to define on lower level probably. Strange. And we need to define it on icon level, as an item level. And item, is it gonna work? That's because I used for all. Okay, looks fine. And we need to not forget about margin bottom, because later we have this item and icon. We need to have some space between them. 20. And also we have I. It's 50. Yep, good. And then we need to define color per each element. So and dot score, not score, circle color circle color. Okay, working. Here we're gonna use draw and cross. Okay, already something. The next thing that we're gonna work on is a grid. Oh, well. So it needs to be like this. And for each section, I'm gonna use button. So let's work on the grid. It's gonna be section the same way, class grid, and we need to have div to have border, and in div we're gonna have button. Like this. And also for each item we need here to remove tab index, or probably so as you see right now it's possible to kind of use tab. Tab index -1, and this is gonna be not possible to use tab to switch button. Okay. Here we go with the grid. What we need to use display grid. Grid, and I'm gonna use grid template columns here, and we define it like this. It's possible to use repeat function, and so we need 3 columns with 1 fraction. Should be like that. The next thing that we're gonna do here, margin 30, and for each div, we're gonna do so border right, 1 pixel solid and like this, and we need also to have border bottom. So we need to remove this one border and this. For this, we're gonna use in TicTacToe the possibility to kind of generic for generic columns to define this. Let me show you. And last, TicTacToe. So first of all is gonna be 3n plus 0. And here we remove border right. 0. So what does it mean? So we started from 1, so 3 on 1, 3 plus 0, this one. Then 2, 3 plus 3 multiple 2, 6, and 9. So that should be clear. And almost the same thing we're gonna do, but here we need to add last and minus n plus 3. Minus n plus 3. So that means for last 3 items, we're gonna remove border bottom. And here we have our grid. The next item on which we're gonna work is button. But yeah, if you're interested in different things regarding HTML, there are some useful things, so you can take a look how it's working. Pretty useful thing. So let's define. We had, so yeah, let's go like this. Border 0. Okay. Then cursor pointer we're gonna need. Background transparent. Yes, on our image it's white, so we shouldn't have anything. Display block, and like this. And also keep in mind that we're gonna have here icons. So it's too small. Then we need to 72, for example. Perfect. And also we're gonna, once user selects something, we're gonna disable the button. So here we need and disable it. What we class far times and far circle. So E and but it's not, yeah, it's gonna be on button or no? Yeah, it's gonna be on bottom. Far times. Also here we change cursor not allowed. for times color times it's our cross. And then we're gonna have also for circle. Here we shouldn't have, we need to define it on I. That has own color. And yeah, disable it. Okay. Pretty good to go. So at least we can start working on printing here the select and calculating the winners. It's already something. And later on we're gonna finish with reset, new game. So yeah. So we can work on our JS. First of all, we're gonna define a function here, just to not have items in global scope. Then we're gonna define main variables here, which we're gonna use for our needs. So const circle HTML. This one we're gonna need to understand which item we need to put into button. So we're just gonna have predefined variable for it. Then circle cross. Then we need to find out all cells to do it. All cells equal. We're gonna use document query selector all, and it's grid class button. Also we need to insert circle here and cross here, like this. Then which main variables we need? We need to have let game status, just to track all activity that user did. And we need to have 9 items here. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, correct. Also, we're gonna track current player just to understand which user which turn right now. So true is gonna be cross, true equal cross, and false equal circle, like this. And also we need to track current step no more than 10 because we have only 9 cells here, so 9 is maximum. Let current step and by default equal to 0. Okay, so we can start working on the code. So first of all, what we're gonna do, we need to add a listener on our cells. For this, we're gonna use for each to walk through each item and then add listener click. So here we need to have cell and index of item, arrow function and cell, add even listener, click, and here also we're gonna pass event. Like this. Let's check that this is broken. Yep. It's in place. And we need to understand which functions do we need. So first is gonna be a user select cell, and in this we're gonna have what we need. We need an event to take a target for this and the index of current item. Index. Then we're gonna need to insert HTML icon into cell. Here we need only event target, just to understand to where to put this thing. Well, I believe it's enough to start. So select cell, event, and index. We're gonna pass here, and then we don't need here. We need only index here to track and put status here. So what we're gonna do is game status index equal current player. Ah, forgot the right function word. So in this way, each time we select something, we're gonna see update in game status. But we don't need to put, we need only game status to understand who is the winner. And insert icon. What we're gonna do is we have target here. So target inner HTML equal current player. If it's true, then we need to insert cross. If it's false, we need to insert circle. like this. And also what we're gonna do, we need to disable cell. So here we insert icon into cell. We need event target, and then disable cell, also event target. Target event target. And I need to define this function. Disable cell. Like this. And to disable, we need to the option in button, so we can just disable it equal true. Let's check what we're gonna have. Okay, this happens because it's because we have cross here by default, I believe, and because of this we have disable it. Okay, then we need to change player. We need to current step to do plus plus, and let's have another function check player, and it's basically gonna do nothing difficult. So it's here function change player, and current player equal first player, and okay, that's it. It's already something. Then we can start checking who is the winner. So how to do this? Function check win, like that. And we have change player, and we're also gonna need a function to update stats. Like that. So when we gonna check a winner, so we need also to have some point of time to check if it's a draw or no. So if uh, check win is gonna return boolean to us, or current step equal 9, then we do an update stats, and also we need to be able to start a new game. Function new game, like that. We're gonna start new game here. New game. If this is not true, we just else change player. This might be a bit overcomplicated, I'm not sure, but it is what it is. So first of all, we need to check win. Check win. If current step less than 5, so that there no possibility to win. Turn false. If no, then we need to have a win condition, also another variable here. So what means what? It should be const win condition. So in which scenarios user could win if this, or this is true. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So keep in mind that here we have selected items and we just define the items in which user could win. So it's 0, 1, 2. When we have this line, the same items. So 0, it's gonna be array of arrays. 1, 2. Then how many of this we need? Uh, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we can go by columns. Oh, one, okay. Oh, 3, 6. Let me copy this in. It'll be easier. Oh, 3, 6. 1, 4, 7. 2, 5, 8. And we need 2 more. So 1 when it's on diagonal. So 0, 4, 8, and another one 2, 4, 6. So that's all our win conditions. What we're gonna do here, we're gonna check if sum of current status equal to this. How to do it? Okay, check win. So here we're gonna return the status. If in win condition some item, so we have here win indexes, and we need to grab these indexes from here. So I propose to create another function, get selected items per indexes. And what we're gonna have here, we need to have here indexes. So here we're gonna pass them. Get selected win indexes. D we don't need here. And this one is gonna return. So it's a bit stupid, but the easiest way. Game status. So here in indexes, we're gonna have something like this: 0, 1, 2, and we need to take this from game status. So index 0, the first one, second, insert index. So here we're gonna have values that from this, and it can be true, 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 false, something like that. That means that we need to check if every value here value equal to current player. If yes, then it's a win. Let's also check. So update stats not do nothing. Console log win current player, just to understand. So we forgot to remove SI numbers. So we select here, 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 here. Win indexes. In condition. I forgot something there or no? Candidate properties of undefined. Because I use 3. Yeah, common scene 2 should be. Oops. It's index and then undefine it. Let me check win condition, check win, sum. Right, and 0, 0, 1, 2, 0, im status empty. Something strange. Still not clear. Undefined. Okay. Such stupid mistake. I removed console log from here. Current player. False. Okay. True. Okay. Yeah, seems good. Then we goes to update stats. So if current step is equal to 9. Then we need to set it to draw, else 1 or second, depends on. So we need to have separate function just to understand for which we need to define these items. Score cross equal document query selector, and what it's gonna be, score item cross strong for number, and we need the same circle and draw, and here circle and draw. Update stats, so I'm gonna create function which is gonna plus to stat, and here we're gonna pass an element for which we need to increase this, and let element is gonna be our, so we need to have current score equal element dot inner text, and it's gonna be string. We need to convert to number, and element dot inner equal current score plus 1, and here plus to start for score draw, and here current player if current player true, then we increase it for cross. So we pass here score cross, and here score circle plus update new game. Okay. 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 Seems working. Then we need to define our new game. New game, what we need to do? We need to update a game status like this. Then current step we need to do 0, and we need to have function to clear our board. So for this we're gonna create another one. Set grid and function set grid all cells for each. We need for each cell remove inner text and disable to set to false. So disable it equal false and cell inner text equal empty. Should be something like that. Up, true, win. Can we start from the scratch? Okay. Okay. False. Okay, let's have a draw. Okay. Each step's kind of working. Okay. Also, I wanted to have some additional ability for user to, so user gonna be able to restart the game and to mark which user is active. Let's call it class bottom. Record and start it up. So here we're gonna have button class new game. Let's find the appropriate icon. It's gonna be something refresh. Sync is a good one. Like this, and also to show the user which is active. So for this we're gonna create div here, class active user, and add here two icons, one for circle, another one for times. And also it might be easier if we have circle, color, and the same for cross. Color, cross, color, and I would swap them. So we're gonna have something like that already. And right now let's work on our styles. So it's bottom, flex, row, never up, line items center, justify content, space between. Yep. And here we have a new game button, border 0. Also border radius should be if I want to do like this, so we're gonna have border 3 and white, border 3 solid like this, and then we're gonna add box shadow 0 0 0 1 3 ed. In this way, what is wrong? Okay, something similar. And color FF ground with this one, and I size 30. So bit big, I think. 24. And we need to define width and height. Width 50, height 50. Okay. Also cursor pointer and hover ground to change to something like this. Background. And let's add transition. Background. See, in, out, something like that. Background. Yep. Okay. And also I gonna work on this. What it was? It was active user. For active user, we need to think a bit how to do it. So I can 34. Is it gonna be big? No, it's okay. Then I want to have border 1 pixel solid. Okay. Circle I want to have a bit smaller. Okay. Flux floor row wrap line items center justify content space between like that. Then I want to have some padding here. 10 pixels, no, 5, 10 pixels. And width 70. Border border radius 12 pixels. Okay, like this. And by default, we're also gonna have here before extend like this, width 30, height 30. We need here position absolute or relative, and here we need position relative z2, and here position absolute z1, left 0, top 0, background we need something like this. Circle. It's a bit. Another one. Okay, border radius forgot. 50. And yeah. If no active, then for circle color as it is, but for far times color should be 3ff. Yes, and once I transition color like this, and if and dot active, then for circle and for times should be cross. And right now we just need to align this thing. So 36, 36. Six, 6. Should be probably a bit smaller widths. Let's keep it 60 for now. Then we'll see. So the last thing that we do here, we need to assign document query selector new game, add in listener, click new game. Okay, and when we I'm thinking how to when we just add with Google class on this thing active user when change player const active user player document query right now when we're doing a change here we're gonna just active player, class list, toggle, active, something like that. Okay, something is happening, but yeah. When and active and before right 0 should be, no, not the right 0. We need to have left calc 100 minus 36 pixels. And also here we need to have transition left 3s out. Yeah, a bit looks not so good when we have this thing. Then what we can do with it, we can update padding right, so from left 10, 5, and here vice versa. Yeah. So here we're putting 5, so it should be 9 and 5. Win, win, win. Okay. The last thing that I wanted to do, console, just remove this, and that's it. Also, I will push this my version of TicTacToe on GitHub. So, and the link will be below in description. So pay attention to this. I've seen that some of you use on Git for like forking my repository and etc. So you're welcome to do anything what you want. But that seems we're done. So we just finished our game. It works not bad, I would say. I hope you enjoyed the episode, even it wasn't kind of difficult game or something like that. But you always doing something, you always could knew something new and practice. So please support me, subscribe, leave a comment, or press the like button, and see you in the next time. Have a good time. Bye bye.